story is by Fat Angry ORC, a Reddit user. Gas expelled fungus. Please read. Hello. I have a question about a mystery that happened to me when I was probably 12 or younger. My parents own a house in the suburbs, and we have a big backyard that extends into a big pond and many other ponds. To the left of that is a dense, tall grass. Beyond that is a smallish woods with very tall, dense trees. Anyway, a few friends and I were walking through the woods exploring when I broke off from my other two friends. I was walking down a narrow path and noticed a small opening with a few small trees and vegetation. Here's when the mysterious part comes in. I noticed a group of what looked like large green olives. There were about 10 to 15 of them grouped up in small places in between them. I didn't know what it was, as I've never seen anything like it. I slowly put my foot over it and stepped on a few of them. But as I started to press down with my foot, they all shot a cloud of smelly greenish gas up at my face. It was almost as if it was some type of living organism trying to fend off an attacker. This freaked the living crap out of me, and I jumped back. I gave it one more look and ran off to find my friends. When I got to my friends, I told them what happened, and they didn't really believe me. I told them that I would show them if they followed me, but when we got back to the small clearing where I found it, they were gone. There's just there they were just not there anymore. And I looked around and I didn't see them anywhere. Now my friends really didn't believe me, and I swore up and down to them that I was telling the truth. I've looked online searching for anything closely related to what I saw, but I couldn't find anything. I've always wondered to this day what it was or what could have been. Was it a fungus, herb, or plant of some type that can spread gas? What what is some type of organism? What it is an alien egg or something. Does anyone know what it might be or have been? Or any answers at all? Please let me know, as I have no clue. It's always bothered me. It's Kill Like Mine, a Reddit user. A murderer. A while back, I posted on Ask Reddit if anyone ever had a brush with a truly evil person. Here is my story. There was a guy we called Ed who lived in my city. Didn't really know him, but had seen his mother at the store shopping quite a few times. Of course, every once in a while, he was with her. His eyes were always wide open, like he was in constant surprise. Once I said hello to his mom, and he stared at me until I turned into the next aisle. I heard him yelling at his mom, "Who the heck is that?" Good thing I was on my way out, I guess. Well, Ed didn't like a friend of his brother's we called Al. Whenever they saw each other, it was an instant fight. No words, fists, bats, chairs, or whatever. Well, this escalated to guns. Al lived in the back of my house across the vacant lot. Ed and Al started shooting at each other on the street, shooting up each other's homes. It was getting bad and keeping us on the edge. One day, I was outside throwing the frisbee around with my niece and a few of her friends. Suddenly, we heard gunshots cracking off. I told everyone to get down and run into the house. I grabbed them and ran back into the door. We ran crouched over into my house. I made sure they were all inside. The gunshots kept going. I yelled at the kids to lie flat on the floor. I was still at the back door and I could hear yelling. "You stupid." Yeah, I knew it was Ed right away. He stayed put for a while. I stayed on the outside of the door with the kids inside. I could hear him laughing, crazy, hysterical laughing. I wonder what was going on. It turns out a friend of mine was driving down our street while it was going on. He said he came up to the area and Ed was stomping on the head of a guy he shot dead. He said he saw Ed jumping with both feet on the dead guy's head. But when Ed noticed the car close, he ducked behind a car and pulled out his gun. My friend sped out of there as fast as he could. Another friend of mine that works for the city told me that after the killer stomped the guy, he hung the dead body over a fire hydrant. The reason he knew was because the city workers had to clean it up. The guy he killed was a relative of Al's, from what I was able to put together. Ed came to the house and started shooting. Al was shot and fell on his porch. His family member chased Ed on the road. Ed had blocked the driveway and shot back from behind his car. Ed had clear shots to make since there wasn't anything from the other guy to hide behind. He dragged the guy into the road and began kicking his head, and that's when my friend drove by. That guy was strange and had something missing from his being. He was more animal than human. The way he looked at people reminded me of a guard dog, rarely blinking. Strange blank stares. He was deranged, evil. But I guess you'd say you'd have to be if you did the things Ed did that day. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And share some of your true scary stories to me on my Instagram. Direct message me on Rena_Solitaria. And that will be in the description below. Goodbye.